Okay. Oh, fuck.
So we're gonna 1v1 in Rocket League.
Okay. This is gonna be bad. I am bad at Rocket League right now.
No, it's fine.
No, no, no. Oh my. That's going straight in, isn't it? There's just no way that... Nope. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh!
Nice.
Goal! We're improving, though. We're improving and getting better.
Yeah.
Why am I barrel rolling down? This game is so ridiculously hard. Okay.
All right, pretty good first game.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready. Nope. Nope.
All right, GG's.
Ah, GG's. Okay. All right. I feel like I've got a decent starting place here.
Yeah, so training packs are a way that Psyonix, the creators of Rocket League, made it so that people can make special training packs for you to go over for how to play the game.
Okay.
Build that up.
We in.
Yeah, they can range anywhere from practicing these simple ones to super insane, stupid, useless, cool.
That's probably not the best way to shoot that, but we got it. Okay, so right here, when I'm starting out with the training packs, you'll kind of see I get a bit ahead of myself here. I've seen some Rocket League videos, I've watched some tournaments in the past, and you always see everyone going up into the air. So I really rushed ahead here and tried to just force these mechanics to hit these shots and try to get up in the air and put them in, and it just did not work out great for me. As you can see, I kind of get a lucky shot there where it bounces off the top of the car, but this is just not good practice and just not good training for me to have been doing. I don't understand how to control the car yet. I don't understand where on the car the ball is going. So got the advice to slow it down, take my time, because I don't need to be rushing into the air, don't need to be jumping to the ball as soon as it appears. Slowing it down, processing what's happening on the field, and then going for the shots really helped out a lot, and also trying to stick to the ground more at first and build my mechanics from the ground up rather than just trying to jump into these flashy advanced mechanics. What's been helping me progress is slow it down, start from the basics, build up from the basics, just understand basic ball control and how the car is affecting the ball. And I think that'll help me build up a lot better towards any skills I'm going to learn in the future. Beginner wall hits and aerials. I'm a beginner. Let's see. Damn. Boom! Another pack complete.
Yeah, so when you're practicing all of these, I want your goal to eventually be to where you can complete it 100% without missing.
Okay. With these training packs I was practicing here, I had already done one run through, just learning all 10 of the shots. When I'm learning a game or I'm learning any new skill, usually once I do it one time, I get it figured out pretty well. As you can see here, this was probably the third or fourth attempt on trying to get them all in one go without failing. And I usually pick it up pretty quick. So I just kind of remembered where all the shots were coming from and knew how to set up. And I started to get a feel for where the car's hitbox was going to be sending the ball. And I just sat here for a little while practicing these shots and making sure I could lock in everything and make sure I could hit everything here. And I'd say that is my starting process is breaking down the hitbox and the basic mechanics and just try to get a good foundational understanding of what I need to go in and learn. Boom, Alex. 10 in a row. No misses.
All right, now shoot them faster.
What? All right, so we're going into day 2 here. First day after stream. We got a little bit of progress on laying that foundation after the initial 1v1. I hopped into some training packs. I tried to hit some shots. Shot around for about a few hours, probably 2 or 3 hours, I'd say, something around there. And just got an understanding, a foundation for what I was going to need to be learning and what it took to really be good at this game. And so that gave me somewhat of an understanding, but there was still something missing. I still wasn't fully understanding what I didn't know yet. So I hopped in and I watched a couple YouTube videos. And so those gave me a pretty good understanding of what I needed to learn. We'll try to pop up some links here and put it in the description just to kind of show who I was watching. One of the names was Seabell. He had definitely had some good instructional videos, and there was 2 other guys that I was watching that we will definitely pop up right here just because I'm blanking on what that was right now. But they gave me a really good idea of what I needed to learn, what the mechanics in the game even were. And from there, I hopped into some ball control practice with some friends. And that helped me figure out half flips and just really controlling the ball when it's coming towards me and just generating shots, just getting that feel for what spots of the car are doing what and building up those baseline mechanics, just base understanding of the game, just trying to get that introduction down.
Something to think about when you're going for ball, you don't need to jump into the ball every time you want to hit it. You're just hitting it, and then you're going off one way, the ball's going the other, and you don't have enough time to collect it. So just focus on little touches, keeping that ball nice and in front of you. That way it doesn't get too far away, and Alex can just bang it over your head.
My problem is trying to figure out how to get it to pop up in the air.
So in order to get the ball into the air, obviously all of its angles, if you remember that when I was showing you the hitbox,
Yeah.
what you want to do to get it like as high as possible is get it on the corner of your car as much as possible when you're hitting it.
So you want to hit the corner. Okay.
Yeah, if you're trying to get it into the air like that, right? How it's like bounce.
Okay. So
And
if
I'm
you
like-
hit it square on, it doesn't.
So
So
let me get it.
Let the ball sit still and just hit it square on.
Like it kind of, but it also you see how it's getting
Okay,
out.
now do the
way
same.
in
Now
front
do the
of me?
same thing, but go fast at an angle.
Same thing, but fast at an angle.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where you're going to get the most power when you're hitting the ball. Hitting it straight forward is really good for power, but obviously if I'm hitting it to the side, it's super slow. The most power is going to come from that angle.
Okay.
And so if I go up to the ball and chip it like that, it's going to have way more power than if I just bang. Bang. Yeah.
Cut off the ball. Yep.
Nice. Ooh.
Oh my goodness, he's nuts.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. We're into day 3. First 2 days, we've hard focused on just figuring out the mechanics, understanding the game, figuring out what we are going to need to learn to get better at this game. And so I am going to hop into some training packs today for some dribble practice and some goal saving practice. See if I can save goals, if I can get up fast aerial and actually try to save some of these. And then after some of that practice, we're going to go ahead and hop into some actual 1v1s for the first time. See how I'm actually stacking up against other players and get some real game practice in. Throughout some of these games, I started off kind of struggling with saving goals. When they are getting up towards your goal and about to score, it becomes these really awkward angles, and you kind of have to make sure you're contesting at the right time, and there's really a lot that goes into it. So it took me a bit to figure out, but I did start to get there. Started to figure out how to get some of these hits in the air, and how to contest better, be a bit more aggressive. So today was a pretty big day as far as progress goes. Really dialed in some good mechanics and got some live practice in, and it's looking good going into the next days. Alright, so I've got my boy J Rosa with me today to try to just work on dialing in a bit more mechanics and figuring out just what else I'm missing and trying to get ready for this 1v1 rematch. Figure out what more I need to learn for one. So Rosa, just how many hours do you have? And just, I guess, we'll just start to get into it.
Well, what's good, big man? So I have 15,000 hours in the game between PlayStation, PC, multiple different accounts. And I've focused a lot on mechanics and game sense a lot of the time. I've always been game sense oriented, but I do these kind of weird situations where people wouldn't. So I want to teach you some of the simple mechanics and really get your foundation right, and we can go from there. So don't focus on hitting it hard per se, like with boost. What I want you to focus on is timing it. So when the ball is about to hit the ground, so launch the ball wherever you do. As soon as the ball's about to hit the ground, I want you to time your position to hit the ball as soon as it bounces and it's about to go up at the same time, so you flip. Yeah, so what you want to do is as the ball gets closer to the ground is when you want to start using your boost. You want to give yourself some margin, right? It's like wait, and then you can boost and then hit. You want to give yourself that time where if you go too early, it's devastation, right?
Yeah.
If you go a little bit too late, it's not that far, it's not that bad because you can always just break. You understand? And then catch possession of the ball or do anything else. So realistically, you want to be slower right now for you to get the movement and then accelerate that speed, because the way you're going to learn bounce dribbling is by hitting, like for example, hitting that launch and then touching it off of the side and timing that ball. But first we need to get you to time to just hit the ball hard, or hit the ball and flip at the same time. If the ball is awkward in ball cam mode, turn ball cam off. If it's the opposite, then turn ball cam on. That's just kind of how it works, and it's all personal preference. You'll find your point, but usually when you're dribbling, it's awkward in ball cam, so you turn ball cam off. If the ball is super high and you're planning to hit it off of a bounce, it's a lot easier, and it's right above you. It's a lot easier to just wait for the ball, turn ball cam off, and then watch the circle. Yeah, I noticed that you can get the ball on top of your car, but you have trouble controlling it. So yeah, what I want you to do is cut, do what you're doing, cut, and then don't boost, just hold left and slowly accelerate, because all you're doing right now is just holding and accelerate, right? Yeah. You want to throttle and be like finesse with it. So that's what this game really is about, is just having that finesse of throttle and understanding that it's not about full throttle or no throttle. It's about finding that sweet spot of 50%, 30%, 20, and just getting the physics down, because that's all this game is all physics. So something I like doing for new mechanics or anything that you're trying to learn is download Bakkesmod. You download Bakkesmod, there is an option for current free play, and you can slow the game down. When you slow the game down, it allows you to give you time to register your movements with the time of the game, and you can really dial in your muscle memory, and then we can go back to default and you'll feel a little bit faster, but it'll allow you to have some muscle memory and experience rather than just kind of going into it fresh.
Okay, so slow the game speed to what?
0.7. So you see how you don't need to use as much throttle as you feel. Once you start speeding the game back up, you want to keep this throttle input. You don't want to just go full throttle, no throttle, off throttle. It causes too much, it's too many harsh movements on the car, which then translates to the ball. So you notice if you're driving and you hit the brakes really hard, it'll flick the ball up just a little bit.
That's what makes the sparks. I'm just like aggressively adjusting, and then it starts
Exactly.
working.
Exactly.
But if I'm smooth, then it stays still.
Correct. What's your strategy, first off, going into the game?
As far as trying to actually win, my big problem right now is like any kind of offensive gameplay. Based on the ones I was playing yesterday, I give people a ton of space. If I don't see a very obvious play that I can make, I just kind of let them go and try to react.
Right. So what you want to do is you want to try and possess the ball in the game, right? If you start playing too much ground or giving him too much space, what's he gonna do? Take that space.
Yeah.
So you can switch it up, right? Like let's say you give him space in the first minute, 2 minutes, and then you start attacking the ball or fake challenging the ball. You in ones, it's more mind than it is mechanics. You get comfortable in ones, and I think it causes a lot of issues for people because they're like, oh my god, like why is he doing this now? You know, oh my, why is he doing this? So it's funny to see how the game changes.
Thank you, dude, for hanging out and going through all this with me. Gives me some stuff to do. I'll get those workshop links from you later and just do a little more practice. Take my quick breather and do like another hour or two. But I really appreciate you helping me out with this, man. It's like really opened me up to what I need to work on and how like the mechanics just truly are not the most important thing, because I think that's what I've spent the last 2 days doing, is just what mechanics can I learn.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, I just hope with this series and the different games that you're learning, you can apply it to like your games that you're good at, you know, because I have learned so much about honestly life just playing Rocket League, and let alone like other games. Once you truly master a game, you learn these concepts and you can apply it to any other game, and it just teaches you so much.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely like that's one thing that's helping out a lot, is breaking down all these different games is making me better at kind of all of them in general. Because I mean, I'm giving myself essentially 3 days every week to learn an entire new game and beat someone that who knows how many hours they've put in. So I think as I keep doing this, I'm gonna get better and better at learning new games faster and faster, and being able to pick these things up really fast is gonna be great. So breaking it down with people like you that obviously, like you said, I think you said like 15,000 hours in Rocket League, like your experience is up there. Like that's gotta be an experience up in like the top 1% of players. So like just breaking it down like that with people like you will be massively helpful as I keep doing these games. So again, really appreciate it.
Of course, man. Hope you win your 1v1 tomorrow.
Yes, sir. All right. Gonna head on out then.
Peace, man.
Hello. How are you feeling? How's it feeling? How's it feeling?
I'm excited.
I'm feeling locked in, dude.
That's good.
Starting out strong, baby. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. All right. That went pretty horribly. All right. This is it. We reached the ending of the first week and the ending of the Rocket League challenge against Naze or Alex. So, man, where to even start? This game really threw me for a loop. I have to say this is the hardest game that I have ever tried to learn. There was no other games helping me understand these mechanics. It's hard to have a foundation for Rocket League. There's no other game quite like it. So it was really a challenge to get in there and try and understand this game. At the end of the week, I feel that I'm pretty happy with the progress that I made and what I was able to learn and get done. But this is a game where it just did not matter how I went about it or what I did. being able to learn the mechanics in the game sense that I needed is just almost not possible. This is a game that I've found that I think just really takes time. You got to put the time in, and you just got to keep repeating it until it becomes muscle memory. Commit it to memory. Make sure that you really understand the game. But I think that it can build for a lot of people over time. It's not an overly complicated game to learn, but there's just a lot to it, and all of the mechanics take a lot of practice, and they're more of a feel thing. Someone can tell you how to do it all day long. They can try to feed you all the information that they have, but at the end of the day, this is a game where no amount of speaking or watching other people is going to get you there. You really just have to get in the lab and just really work on it. So this game was tough. I'd say I'm happy with the progress that I was able to make. I'm definitely massively better at the game than where I started, and I feel like I improved really quickly in the time span that I did. But yeah, Rocket League was a tough challenge, so I'll be looking forward to the next week, see what other games I get challenged to. I'm loving learning the games. Rocket League was a really fun one. I enjoyed the process this whole week, honestly. It was a fun process. The game was fun to learn. I had a really good time. I'm really excited to see what comes up next. Excited to see what you guys have for me. And I will see you Monday at 4:30 for the next stream to select the next game. And we'll see how it goes. Appreciate you guys.